Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode 23. I just watched the episode 22. If you want to see my reaction video about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. Oh, I just thought of it. Maybe for Patreon, I'm gonna put the full reaction part for this last episode. You know that I have a Patreon on which I'm posting my reaction videos for My Hero Academia with 4 episodes of advance, which means 2 weeks of advance, and with extended reaction parts, which are already interesting because I'm not forced to cut that much and to play with opacity. And sometimes for big episodes, I'm putting the full reaction part, like imagine that all of the overall fight, you know, all of what happened into this house and all. For sure, I put the full reaction part for all of these episodes, and I think that for the previous episode, you know, this fight against Gentle, and more interesting, these two memories, backgrounds, you know, of La Brava and Gentle explained, maybe I'm gonna put the full reaction part. I just thought of it. No matter what, I just watched it. If you want to see my reaction video about it right there on YouTube, I'm gonna put the link into the eye, and I'm gonna put the link also for the playlist that I made for My Hero Academia in case you want to see all of my reaction videos for all of the episodes of My Hero Academia into the chronological order. As you can hear it, I'm still sick. I was sick during 5 entire days, something like that, with influenza, and really a big one with a lot of fever, with body itches, with no energy, with really no voice at all because my throat was hurting so much. I have my voice back, you know, but I can't push it too much. I think that you can hear that it's a little weak. I can go right there with this note, but I can't go right there with this ones. That's why, you know, I prepared myself before filming for the previous episode and also for this one, being like, girl, you know yourself, you can't control your emotions, your reactions and stuff like that, but please try to think a little about your voice and try not to scream, something like that, if something bad is happening, if something sad is happening, be careful with it. For the last episode that I just watched, I didn't scream, I didn't cry, so it helped. And because of that, I'm like, okay, I can film one more reaction video today, you know, for this episode 23. Because during the previous episode, we had the end of the fight between Dekku and Gentle and La Brava. But it was more, in fact, an episode to explain the relationship between these two characters, the similarities between these two characters, and why they found each other so well that it was not just a question, you know, of circumstances, but really they found in each other what they truly needed since the beginning. And both of them, they felt rejected. La Brava, because she loved that guy and she was mocked by him. After that, she was all by herself and she wanted to kill herself at that young age. It's making me so sad. And she found someone to love, and that someone accepted her for that, you know, with that love, because in fact that someone was rejected also, and his only dream, it was to be loved. So really they found on each other what they truly needed, what they dreamed in fact during their entire lives. So that's why they were a good duo, and also they were a good duo for their quirks, you know, the fact that La Brava, her quirk, is to love someone and to give that love to someone, it's making that person stronger. It's such a powerful, beautiful quirk. I love it. Like I said, it means that she's only an excellent, you know, sidekick. She can never be the true hero in a way, but at the same point, she's a real deal, you know, with all of what it implies. I don't know, I truly loved her quirk. But Dekku didn't give up and Dekku won against Gentle, and that was a good fight, and it ended, you know, with Dekku respecting Gentle by telling him that he was a strong villain, you know, as strong as all of the other villains that Dekku fought before, and I think that it was a good way to honor, in a way, Gentle. Gentle gave himself to the authorities and he pushed Dekku away. I think that it was really to protect La Brava that he did that. Like, she was not involved into this fight, she didn't do anything wrong, we didn't fight anyone, I'm giving myself to the authorities. Like, he's trying to do something great for her, to protect her. It's his way to show his love for her. And you know, I'm not gonna come back to what I said about him, about the fact that he's stupid, he's a joke. As a hero, as a villain, as you want, but no matter what, he's a joke, he's stupid. I never fully believed, you know, that I should be worried about him. I never thought of him as someone dangerous, or maybe someone dangerous because of how stupid he can be sometimes. Like the fact that he took that risk, you know, of hurting that guy just for Dekku to intervene, that it made me really mad. And also, like, well, I'm not gonna explain myself again, like really, I never considered him that much. To discover his background and the fact that he wanted that much to be a hero, but he always failed, but still he was not giving up, he wanted to be one and all, and because of that, because he wanted it too much and he was not that good at all, when he tried to intervene without having his provisional license, it was a total mistake, and because of that he provoked an accident and someone died, and that was awful, and his family rejected him. That's something, you know, that's really something. I know that he only wanted to do right things, you know, he had right intentions at the beginning of everything, but clearly he's not good enough. And what is bothering me with him is the fact that he never questioned himself at any moment. I love, you know, characters who are confident, who are not giving up, who are following their dreams and stuff like that, but at some point, when clearly everyone is telling you that something is wrong with that, and that because of that you're hurting people, you're killing people, at some point you have to question yourself a little, you know, you have to change your mind a little, you have to be like, okay, maybe I should change my dream, you know, I should do something else, I don't know. He never made that job on himself. I said it, La Brava, her story made me really sad. She was rejected also. She found someone to love and someone who didn't reject her. You know, now that he's gonna give himself to the authorities, I'm more worried about her and what is gonna happen to her now. And in fact, I'm worried about the fact that she's such a young girl. She disappeared like that. Like, what about her family? I want for the girl to have a life, and also, you know, with a quirk like her quirk, with a story like the one that she had. I want for her to learn also that her life is not defined by the person that she loves. That she can have a life also for herself. Because she was in love with that young boy, and when that young boy rejected her, she wanted to die. After that, she fell in love with Gentle, and she really gave her life to Gentle. She abandoned all of her life for Gentle. I want for the girl to discover that she can have a life and she can have a love. And maybe it would be great, you know, if at some point she's gonna evolve with her quirk, because she's still really young, and maybe she's gonna learn how to love herself and to make herself stronger. I would love that for the girl. But I think that we're not gonna have that. I think that we're gonna finally begin the festival, and that can be cool. I don't want to see the play. I'm not that interested by the pageant. I want to see the concert and I want to see Eri smiling, maybe even more laughing. And I said it, that girl, she suffered her entire life. She never had a life, in fact. So to imagine that she can smile, that she can spend a good moment, that she can laugh, it can make me so emotional, you know. I think that I'm gonna cry when it's gonna happen. So I'm like, maybe I can have some tears of joy today watching this episode. I'm just gonna watch one more episode, like that's it. I'm already demanding a lot to my voice. One more episode, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be enough. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Let's go for this episode. And like I said on my Patreon, if you want, you have 4 episodes of advance, which means 2 weeks of advance with extended or full reaction part, and it's the best way to support me if you want and if you can. Let's go for this episode.
見たことある。逃げ足だけは速いな。食材や動画投稿者。仲間いない。もう一人いるだろう。うちの生徒の匂いだ。
dekku.
うちの生徒はどこにいる。
He's okay, he's okay. Don't worry.
私はこれまで多くの罪を犯してきた最大の罪は世間知らずの女性をかどわかし洗脳していたこと。
You didn't brainwash her. Maybe you used her a little.
そがれて残った私の底にただ種を思える心があった。緑や伊豆最後に孔子を交えられたのが聞いているか。すべての罪は私にどうか愛は学びに恩赦を。
違うよ、違うわ。私がセントを大好きなの。
So dramatic, this moment, you know, for both of you.
遊泳にいたずらしようとしているのが分かって少し揉めましたけれど、もう大丈夫です。
旗のエロくな動画投稿者が執行希望。なんだそれ。俺もわかりません。とりあえず現時点緊急性はない。引き続き警戒を続けます。
They're gonna be arrested, but they're not gonna be pursued, you know, for preparing a big attack on the school. Dekku knows that it would be really bad for them.
ヒーロー落語者の慣れの果てだ。オールライトが心配していたぞ。A 組10時間だろう。
Hurry!
ジェントルクリミナル、戦いづらい人だった。
緑谷が戻ってない。
He's gonna be back right on time.
戦いづらかったのか腑に落ちた。自分もそうなってたかもしれないから。僕もジェントルも似た思いを持っていたから。彼はラブラバのためを思い、僕は
You did all of that thinking of your friends, of Eri.
何をやってんのさ、ドジっ子。光でみんな待ってる。ありがとう。
He's so caring each time.
デクさん踊らないの？
大丈夫。
They're gonna see it.
思ったより人集まってくるよ。
まさかなこと。
Don't worry. So many people. For her, you know, it's a lot.
僕は君の笑顔が見たい。俺超楽しみよ。
お前はどうでもいい。すぐパトロールに行けよ。
ちょっとだけちょっと。
Nah, you can't make him, you know, not watch a concert. Come on.
行くぞ俺。
Nah.
全員音でやるぜ。
Uh-huh. I'm really not sure of the costumes, but okay.
出番短い。きっとまた出てくるよ。
Hmm.
でも教えてもらった音楽が無駄になっちゃうし。
It's never gonna be wasted, you know, like staying right there and you can do it no matter what.
長く続けると考えるの。自分の音で人に何をもたらせるか。音楽もヒーローも同じ。
Oh, I love that little memory. She's having fun. I said it, I knew that it would make me cry. I'm so glad. Really. Good job, Jiro. Good job. Oh no. Oh. How many stories did you mix? Oh, he was so worried. He's right. And that's the first thing that I said, you know. He should have warned people before going on this fight with Gentle.
最初は大きな音で怖くて、でもダンスでピョンピョンになってね、うわって冷たくなってね。
She's so excited and she's smiling.
楽しんでくれてよかった。
Same.
よかねえんだよ。食の次は触りだ。運べよ。ごめん、コツコツ。
君らがどういう思いで企画したか聞いてるし、俺たちには伝わった。
本当に楽しかったもん。
君らの思いは見た人から伝播していくさ。
Thanks a lot.
やめろ。
Bakugo! The beauty pageant. I was wondering why he was so excited, you know, to clean everything like that. I'm not sure of the performance and I'm not sure of, you know, like... You look good also, Nejire. I think that she's gonna win. They're having fun. Oh, Avery. You won? Kendo, it's gonna be next year for you.
エリちゃん、サプライズ。リンゴ飴。作り方意外に簡単で、食材
You made one for her?
なかったんで、佐藤君に借りて。
まあ近いうちにすぐまた会えるはずだ。
さらに甘い。
また作るよ。楽しみにしてて。
She smiled. She had fun. She had une pomme d'amour in French. Ooh, we're gonna have an hide and seek. Nah.
信じられないな。仕事世の中のために使う気ない
ないわ。
No?
私はジェントルのためになりたいんだもん。
バカな嘘はやめとけ。あれは本当にあんたのこと好いてる。相葉君が直接手を出したことはない。彼女と私は同罪じゃない。相思相愛かい。やだやだ。なら今日泊まれたのは正解だったな。人生やり直せねえなんていうやつだな。やり直す気のねえやるのか。結果を急ぐせっかち野郎だけだ。茶でも飲むか。校長、そうちゃダメよ。
No, I'm a little... I'm not satisfied. satisfied by this hidden scene. Gentle is an adult and he made a lot of choices, he chose that path at the end. So even if we discover this background and it can explain a lot of things about him, still he was an adult, he tried and tried again to have the provisional licenses, maybe he didn't work enough or maybe just he wasn't good enough. He tried, still to help someone and he committed a big accident. Because of that, someone died. And then, he chose that path, that illegal path and all. He's an adult, Her, she's just a young girl who doesn't know truly how to deal with her emotions. And also to have a life, like, again, let's consider her for the age that she's supposed to have. She was madly in love with someone who mocked her. She wanted to kill herself after that. She put all of her hope on someone who just wanted to be loved. So for sure, they found each other like that. And she's not brainwashed by him, not at all. But still, she was blindly in love with him. But I don't want for her, to be punished for it, and I want for her to discover what a life can be, a real life can be, and the fact that you can also have a life without being in love, at least for sometimes, I'm not fully satisfied, by that conclusion for these two. I preferred, the conclusion of the previous episode in a way. Right there. They offered her to work for the good side of the force and all, and she doesn't want to do it because she just wants to work for Gentle, and I can understand that. But what does it mean for her now? What is she gonna do with her life? Him is gonna have to pay for what he did. Again, he's an adult, and he filmed all of what he did. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of this conclusion. I appreciate the fact that Dekku said that they just wanted to make a joke, but it's over. He presented it as a joke, so it was not like they wanted to attack the school and all. So for sure, they were arrested for all of the things that they committed before, but not for that thing which could have been a big thing, against them. I prefer that. And it shows also that Dekku understood, that Gentle himself understood the thing, the situation and all. So for that it's great. But really, yes, for La Brava, I want something else. I want a different end. She's just a young girl. During this episode I cried because finally we are seeing Eri having fun, laughing, being excited, just enjoying herself with the concert and then with the entire festival and all, and it's so sweet, it's so great for this girl who never had a real life, who only knew pain, and anger into her life, who was always manipulated and used. That little girl finally had some fun, enjoyed her life, and that's so cool and that's so emotional for sure. I had some tears, watching her living that. But I'm thinking of La Brava. We don't know exactly what all of her life was and all, but we saw that she was mocked by that guy that she loved and she wanted to end her life. And again, I'm wondering about her parents, her family. No one was there to help her, to be there for her. She was really all by herself during these moments. And after that, she went with Gentle. Like for me, La Brava, she never had a real life neither, she never... yes, she had a real life. I can't compare the situation of Eri with the situation of La Brava, but I hope that you can understand my thoughts right there. Like, La Brava, she needs also to experiment what life is when the situation is normal. To not be blindly in love with someone and to just enjoy your life and to just enjoy yourself. I have the impression that this young girl, again, she's really young, never experienced that. For me, she's younger than Dekku right now, La Brava. Am I wrong with that? We'll see if we're gonna have some news about them, you know, during the next episodes or maybe the next seasons. We'll see if at some point we're gonna see La Brava again. I would love to have some news about her at some point. No, not with the League of Villains, like she's not gonna fall in love with Shigaraki. No. The festival, the concert was nice. It was cool to have this little memory with Jiro and her parents. And you know, like we had for a lot of them now, a lot of these students, a memory about why they decided to be an hero. We have one now for her, and that thing also about the fact that she didn't want to disappoint her parents. No, I'm not gonna be a musician. But in fact, you know, when you're a musician for life, you know, it's not because you're not gonna make it your job that you're gonna stop to be a musician. Do you understand what I mean? It's not because you're not gonna do it in a professional way that you're not gonna be a musician. You can do it just to have some fun and just because you want it, and no matter what, all of what you learned with the music, it's gonna stay right there, and you're gonna continue to appreciate music no matter what. So it's okay, Jiro and your parents, and I understood that, and that comparison, you know, between helping people and making music was great also. So yes, the concert was cool, for sure, to see Eri having so much fun, it was so cool. The play was awful. Like really, for sure, I think that I could have lost, you know, watching a play like that, but mostly like I would have rolled my eyes so many times. I would have really like be like that all along. Maybe at some point I would have left the place because it would have been too much for me. The beauty pageants, it's not really something that I appreciate to watch, to do even less. To watch not that much, but right there it was nice to see the two girls that we appreciate, you know, Kendo and Nejire, participating to it. Like really, the blonde girl, I don't understand how she won before. I'm glad that Nejire, she won right there, and Kendo, she's gonna win next time, you know, next year maybe. Dekku is so sweet that he prepared that apple candy, you know, candy apple or apple candy, pomme d'amour in French, for her, for Eri. That was so sweet. Oh. We're gonna be able to see her soon? That's what Aizawa said? For a particular reason, or? She's not gonna join the school, not yet, she's too young. But at the same time, she's too young to join the school, for sure. But at the same time, she has no family and she needs a place where she can be safe. Except for the school, I can't see a way. I think that at some point I imagine that maybe Aizawa could take care of her, and that it would be even great for him to have that mental dad responsibility. I still think so. And maybe it can be inside of the school. Maybe. Or All Might can take care of her. Now that he doesn't have all of his powers, you know, and all of his hero duty. Maybe. I still have 2 episodes to finish this season. I'm wondering what it's gonna be about. We finished, you know, all of the arc with Gentle, Criminal and La Brava. We finished also the festival. So now what? 2 more episodes to finish the season. It's gonna be to present, in fact, the next season, what the big issues for the next season are gonna be. And really, I can't guess it at all. Maybe we're gonna have something about bakugo and todoroki, the provisional licenses. Maybe we're gonna have something about the other schools. We are supposed to do something with them, to work better with them. We need something about the League of Villains, what they are preparing right now. I have really no clue. about these two final episodes and what they can be. Okay, I'm gonna finish this video right now. That's it. My voice stayed. It was not a perfect one, but it stayed. It's already great. So that's it. It's all for you and for me for today. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.